morning, guys. It is going to be a really great day today because today is a bonus day. So here is the short version of the last 48 hours up till now. Today, this is Wednesday morning. We didn't have water. The city shut our water off to make repairs to the pipes in our building because of damage from the ice storm. It was supposed to be Monday from 9 to 5, but the water never came back on, and the next morning they said they tried to turn it back on, and when they did, some other pipes burst, and so they had to redo that. And so we finally got water back last night. So that was fun. The other thing is that I wrote a total between those 2 days of, I think it came out to about 13,000 words, y'all. Monday was my record, a 7,500 word day. It was on a client's book and I was nearing the end, and I knew it Sunday night. Like, I've been working on this book for a really long time and I could see the end was, I was closing in on it and I was excited. And I was like, you know, okay, earlier this year, 3,000 words a day seemed to be, that was like my target every morning. I'm gonna write 3,000 words on this book or that book. And then I bumped it up to 5,000. And, you know, I was hitting 5,000 words and I was doing it by about the same time every day. It's that whole thing, like, whatever goal you set and however long you think it's gonna take you to do it, that's how long it's gonna take you to do it. And so Sunday night I was like, you know, I wonder if I set my goal to be 7,500 words, would I actually be able to do that? Because that's definitely blows past my record. I think 5,000-ish, maybe a couple hundred over is my record, or was my record. And I did it, and you know what? I wrote from 9 to 3 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday, with the exception of taking Rosa on a walk at noon and eating some eggs. And that was it. All I did was work on this book. And I had promised myself, if I started to feel burned out and I felt that the quality of my work was suffering, I was going to stop. But instead the opposite happened. It was that whole like deep work thing. The more focused and deep into it I got, the better I felt about it. And I think, like I said, the whole rolling towards the end when the finish line is so close, and it's all the exciting stuff, all the reveals, all the climax, all that made it a lot easier too. So then yesterday I woke up, was real mad that we didn't have water, and I had slept really terribly. I basically woke up at 2 a.m. and that was it. I was awake until the sun came up, and I was like, I'm just gonna finish this thing. And I did. I finished it. I read through it, the whole book. It is done. And today, Wednesday, in my planner was supposed to be finish this book day, but I finished it. And so of course, you know, the responsible thing to do would be to bump up all the other deadlines, like the other projects that I have that are due by the end of this month. I could like make my life a little easier and work on one of those today, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make today a bonus day because I think I earned it. And so what I'm gonna do is I am going to finish this zero draft for Dragon Balloon. That is what today is gonna be. And when I say finish, I just mean I wanna have at least a vague idea of what every single scene in this book is gonna be about. It would be a lot more honest of me to say, I'm gonna finish an outline of Dragon Balloon, because at this point, what I'm thinking in my head, it's really not gonna be a zero draft, but I really wanna do Camp Nano. I'm gonna announce my project and get all that set up on the website today. That's another one of my goals. Are you talking to me? What? I've just really set this aside. Like, I keep the zero draft here at my desk, and sometimes in the evenings when I'm done with my work, I will take it out and read through it. I've added a couple ideas here or there, but honestly, I have not at all stuck to my commitment to writing a scene of the zero draft every day. I've just been too fried from work at the end of the night to tackle a whole scene. I just couldn't do it. Stop it! I'm gonna give you an idea of what I'm dealing with here. What? What? You're so scary. I don't know what her deal is. She is feeling... Camp Nano. I want to announce my project today and get it up on the website and maybe like play with the website a little bit, because some of you guys in the comments, and I've heard at people on other videos and seen in other comments on other people's videos, people gripe about the Camp Nano website good-naturedly. Apparently it's not the best, so I kind of want to like get to know it a little bit since I did not use it at all during actual Nano. And yeah, I want to get my project up there, and I need to figure out my goal, because I understand that Camp Nano is like a set your own goal kind of thing, so I don't know if I want it to be a word count goal or a scene number goal or just a draft goal. I really have to figure that out, and I just need to get some sort of outlining zero draft thing done of the book so that I can see the shape of what I'm dealing with before I decide exactly what I want to do with Camp Nano. And you know, it's March 17th, happy St. Patrick's Day, and it's coming up. April 1st is coming up, so yeah, I want to figure that out. Also, today is Wednesday, and that means Lisa's live stream is in a little less than an hour, which is great because we do sprints and we chat, and being around other writers and talking to writers really helps motivate me, and I'm just excited to be working on my own thing today, guys. I actually was looking through my planner last night and realized that since the ice storm here in Texas, which I wrote Snowmageddon in my planner, and I worked, especially the first half of the week, I got quite a bit of work done, but it got increasingly hard to work as the day went on. So since then, we've had is that right? Yeah, we are on the 4th week since the ice storm, and I have not taken a day off because I have a lot of deadlines at the end of this month, and I haven't been like killing myself working 12 hours a day or anything like that, but I have been working 5 to 8 or 9 hours a day, 7 days a week since that storm. And yes, I am taking this day off to work on my own book. What? Is there something wrong with that? I'm just excited and happy to have this day to just kind of like take a breath, enjoy the fact that I have running water again and I can flush my toilet, because as we close in on the end of this month and I look at these deadlines that are coming. Oh, I have another one I forgot to mention. I got my edit letter for Somebody to Love, which is my, not Somebody to Love, sorry, My Other Half, my 3rd Scholastic book. It is, as my editor promised it would be, it is a pretty light revision, but it is also due at the end of this month along with 2 other client projects. So I had to kind of refinagle my schedule when I got it last week to work that in. I've already started on it. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna make it. But man, I'm going to just boom, 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 turn in all these projects at the end of this month. And in April, I have 1 client. It's a super light project. It's super laid back and easy. And I'm just gonna work on Dragon Balloon every freaking day. I can't remember the last time I've just no, I can. It was December of 2019. I had some time where my client load was light and I just worked on my own book, and it was great. It was so fun. And so I'm really excited to have that again. Okay, so this has been way too long of a ramble for the beginning of a vlog. I'm gonna read through all my Dragon Balloon stuff. I'm going to drink a ton of very black, cold coffee. And then we're gonna jump on Lisa's live stream and get to work on this thing. Woo! I put up a poll yesterday asking you guys what part of fantasy worlds you most wished were real. And I have to say, I am a little bit concerned about you one person out there who chose the One Ring. We need to keep our eyes on you. Okay, so we are on our 3rd sprint in the middle of it, And I have just finished Act 2B. So now I'm on to the finale. That's all I've got left, Act 3. And it's going pretty good. Like, I have ideas for every scene. I've mentioned before that when I've used Save the Cat in the past, fun in games has been the most sparse for me, but this time, bad guys close in. I can just tell I'm going to need more scenes than I have, and I have like really vague ideas for those scenes, but nothing's connected yet. So it's still, I wouldn't even call it an outline. It still feels like that section needs work, but I'm heading into Act 3 anyway. I do know the main points, like the most important big emotional reveals and plot reveals of the finale. So I feel confident I can get this done. It's 11:06 right now. I can get this done before I take Rosa out and before the live stream is finished and we go on our walk. At least have like the very, very basic, I don't even know what to call it anymore. Like I said, I can't call it a zero draft, sort of messy outline. Every scene is there and has at least a paragraph of an idea, sort of. And something that I think I need to figure out, like as far as what I want my next steps to be with this is, do I want to truly go through and zero draft this, like really flesh out, start over from the beginning? Because like I showed you guys, I have a ton of notes from the beginning on changes I need to make because I realize this is a young adult book and not a middle grade book, and those are very different things. Do I need to go through and just, if I start from the beginning and retype it with all of that in mind and grow the idea a little bit more, maybe by the time I get to Bad Guys Close In, I will have like a much more solid grasp of the story and that'll work? Or do I want to do the Rachel Aaron, is that her name, who wrote the 2K to 10K book? And like her biggest suggestion, and the thing that I found most effective when I tried her method, was when you start writing the first draft, zero draft your scene and then first draft your scene, and then go to the next scene, zero draft it, first draft it. That was really effective too. Do I want to do that in April? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. The other thing that I'm really starting to realize is that a lot of the problems I'm having here at the end is I have not really truly locked down the rules of my magic system. And that has been intentional because I really wanted to treat this whole process, everything I do leading up to when I actually start drafting it, I wanted it to be loose and spontaneous. I did not want to create too many rules up front and constrict my ideas, because I've talked about this before, but the one and only time I've ever pantsed a book, a draft, was the most fun I've ever had and the most creative world building I think I have ever come up with, because I was just writing characters into situations and creatures and things were appearing, and it was just spontaneous and fun, and I wanted to capture that. So I know I'm nearing the point now where I have to take a look at the magic as it's set up and decide, how does this work? What fits the story and what just doesn't fit? What do I need to let go of? And start like settling my rules in a little bit more. And then I think more scenes towards the end are going to start making sense. I hope that made sense. So anyway, yeah, that's where we are. We have about 10 minutes left in this stream, and then I think, yeah, we'll do at least one more. I said stream, I meant sprint. Take it easy. And then I will, yeah, hopefully I will just be through to the final image and I will have something written down and feel like I accomplished something this morning. I will take a walk and clear my head and open that Save the Cat software when I get back, and we're gonna just figure out how I'm gonna approach this from here today through April 1st. Like, what other prep do I need to do? Can you tell I'm all over the place? I'm all over the place. That's okay. All right, let's finish this. And done. Okay, so again, not even gonna call it a zero draft anymore, but I have some sort of scene by scene outline in which some scenes are like super developed and thought out and others are just a vague idea, but it's all good. It's something. Okay, so yeah, I got to that last scene, and even though I've had an image in my head for the very, very end of this book for a while, like since I got the idea basically. I can still tell that I'm still unable to like pull more details out of it because of the magic system. And as I've mentioned, this is like a story within a story situation, one of those, and the story that's within is the one with the magic, and the magic comes out into the bigger story. And so I need to go back to, I think, my synopsis of that story, the smaller story, and read through it again, remind myself of how that story goes, and then like start to nail down the details of the magic and what happens in there, because that's, I think, gonna help me really start to develop the bigger full picture story. I hope all that makes sense. So I've got 10 minutes left on this sprint, and then the live stream will be over. So I'm gonna spend that 10 minutes just finding that synopsis wherever it is. It's somewhere in my Save the Cat software, and reading through it, and then we'll take a walk and we'll eat some food and we'll have a think, and then we'll get back to it. Although some of us would rather we take the walk now. You want to go for a walk now, don't you? I know. 10 more minutes. Vlog. I am, and JC, I am also actually vlogging about it right now. Yay! On your vlog, I would have turned off the camera. I will cut you out if you don't want. Okay, so I did some thinking on that walk, and I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I think just the most logical place to start is to just start putting in all these changes into the Save the Cat software so that I can put this hard copy away and have everything in the program, and I will probably export it so that I have a new, fresh Microsoft Word document, zero draft, outline, whatever we're calling this mess, to work on and to print out again if I need to, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to do that. And oh, also before I went on the walk, when I was in that live stream, I did work out a little bit more about my magic system, which is helpful. I was able to describe it in a few sentences, like what it is and how it works, and simplify, combine some terms and simplify things. I feel like, at least for me, both as an author and as a reader with magic systems, it can be a big complex thing, but the easier it is for me to summarize it, how it works in just a few sentences, the better I understand it, again, as a reader and as an author. So mine was kind of like flailing, they can do this and this can happen and blah blah, and like I said, I need to like trim that down and really focus in on what it is. And I have I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's like 3 sentences. I think it's understandable. So that really helped, and I'm gonna keep that in mind. Like, I'm gonna keep it open on the screen as I write this zero draft to make sure that all of the ideas I had, because I was pinging all over the place, fits within this magic system and kind of adjust things. Anyway, the other thing is, I just realized that occasionally in my planner I will write down a reward that I'm going to treat myself to if I finish a deadline. I don't do it for every single one, but I did do it for this book I turned in yesterday, because it has been one I have been working on for a long time. And that reward is a book. And this is a book I have been excited about for a while, and I want to own the hardcover copy of it. I don't do that too often because they're so expensive. And I just thought I could order it, but I have not been to my favorite indie bookstore here in Dallas in over a year. I mean, I haven't been there since the pandemic started. And I just looked it up to make sure they're open, and they are. And I think I'm gonna go buy myself that book. And then I will be back here and we will start working on this. All right, let's go. Okay, so they only had paperback, so I got it, and you know, I would have paid for the hardcover if they'd had it, because I just really love hardcover books, but saved a little money on the paperback, so y'all know what I did. I bought that mug, because, come on. Alright, back home. Okay, so that was great. I got everything that I hand wrote inputted into the Save the Cat. So I have, and I exported it. I have a new zero draft. Okay, the battery died. Take two. I can't remember what I was talking about. I changed, in the NaNoWriMo website. So I entered Dragon Balloon, announced it as a project, and set the goal to be 70,000 words. I don't know how long the book will actually end up being. I kind of suspect it'll be longer than that, but you're so cute. My goal, my real goal for NaNoWriMo is by the end of April, I want a real draft of this book. It might need a whole lot of revising, and I'm sure it will, but like not a zero draft. I want to have a real first draft by the end of April so that in May I can revise and get it sent off to my beta readers. This is what you chew on. No interest in the bone, just wants to chew my hand. And like I said, I think I will have a few days at the very end of March to kind of go over all of this, fill out some of the zero draft a little bit more, and prep a little bit more. I do think what I've landed on, at least for right now, is when April 1st, when this starts, and I really start working on this, I am going to try that Rachel Aaron method. I'm going to try doing a complete zero draft of each scene chapter, and then first drafting the chapter, alternating zero first, all the way through. Which means I'll end up writing a lot more than 70,000 words. But my goal is to still have like the first draft completed. It's just that I remember I have done that method off and on, but in particular, the very first time I tried it, when I vlogged about it, I got some of the highest word counts I've ever had, and I knocked out a huge chunk of a first draft thanks to that method. It really just worked really well. In fact, I might have to reread 2K to 10K just to kind of like get myself excited about it before April 1st. That might need to go on my to-do list. So yeah, that's the goal. And now it's like coming up on 4:20, 4:30, something like that. I know she needs another walk. Yeah, I'm gonna go on another walk. I want to close everything down on my laptop and just kind of not look at my screen very much for the rest of the night. I want to read the book that I bought, because one of the hard things about just writing words all day is that sometimes you want to read a book at the end of the day and you can't because you've just looked at too many words and you're done. Your eyes are done looking at words and they all swim and you just can't read a book. And I do audiobooks. I love audiobooks, but I just end up watching videos instead, and that's great. I love watching videos, but like I really want to read this book. So I'm just gonna take her out, come back, read some of my book, make some dinner, read some more of my book, not look at my computer screen, and enjoy the rest of my bonus day. And then it's back to work tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. This was a really fun day. Honestly, I needed this to give my brain a break. And I hope your writing is going great this week. And thanks, am I boring you? And I'll see you Monday with another video. Bye, guys.